All hail Biafra. This is Biafra Liberation Army Network coming to you again. Please like, share, and comment.
On Nnamdi Kanu, a whole lot of celebrities, people are beginning to talk about this sentencing on Nnamdi Kanu. And I'll read out some of the comments from top celebrities, actors and actresses, politicians, influencers, freedom fighters, those who have come out to air their own opinion. Monday they got a letter to Tinubu regarding this sentencing. Obviously, all this their voicing might look like medicine after death, but the truth must be told. If Nigeria carries, it's not just about Nnamdi Kanu's sentence. A whole lot of things is happening. I heard the news this morning that a school church in Niger State was also invaded this morning, Tata, and Christians were packed, teachers and students were abducted from that place. This is the update info. I don't want to go deep into that. This is some of the things in me. I forgot to quarrel, but I don't want to go into that for now. Regarding this Nnamdi Kanu sentencing, anyway, legacy Nnamdi Kanu, count now for video here now. He made a video live stream yesterday addressing some issues surrounding this case. But before I play you guys the video, Omo Elesowore also made a tweet concerning Nnamdi Kanu that got me so emotional. He said, "Don't cry for Nnamdi Kanu. Cry for those who, from east to west, north to south, conspire to betray the cause of justice. Cry for those who celebrate injustice, thinking it strengthens their hand. We have been here before, and history teaches that they have never won in the end." So, if only those who are happy about this Nnamdi Kanu sentence, that they never end well. You understand? So, and they have been here, seeing how everything unfolds. Those who support injustice, as long as you support injustice, you never end well. One of our cases guys today, and they even said that Nnamdi Kanu caused the NSAS. NSAS that was a movement by Nigerian youth. It was a massive movement by Nigerian youth after a SAS personnel brutally beat one youth like that. It's in Lagos or Abuja, Kalitini. So the video got viral. So Nigerian youth took it upon themselves that the SARS were harassing them and they went into action because of that. But yesterday, it was true that Nnamdi Kanu also was among the orchestrator of NSAS. Anyways, I don't want to go into that as well. So these are few people. This politician, Alex Marcotte, actually wrote a letter to Tinubu telling him that the country is under tension. House of Reps member Alex Marcotte writes Tinubu. So if I have an update. Then we saw an update from Nollywood actress Rachel Okonkwo. Question: why bandits get negotiations and government's attention, yet an agitator like Nnamdi Kanu cannot be considered for pardon? She wrote, when bandits are able to secure negotiation and even media attention from the government, it raises the question of why an agitator like Nnamdi Kanu cannot be considered for pardon. Alright, after that we saw a tweet as well from Igbo rapper Anna Ozuru. He said, "Not only where Igbo people dey this country they flex rubbish power. I pray to be here when my people have a true means to fight back." Alright, this is a very, very, very heavy statement to make here. He wish to be here when the Igbo people have the strength to fight all this injustice. A very massive prayer. Open your water all this prayer. You are not deep. So, and then we saw another one from Okon, a Nollywood actor. He tweeted, he said, "Not a surprise. Nnamdi Kanu's sentence was very expected. It is true. Now that he's convicted, can we move to another matter of pressing concern? A political solution by way of clemency and state pardon. If repentant terrorists of northern Nigeria extract can be justifiably pardoned and reintegrated into core institutions of nation security like our armed force, then same gesture can be accorded Nnamdi Kanu. Mr. President, sir, please balance the scale. I pray. Show more class than your immediate predecessors. I know you can. I hope you will." Alright, after that, we saw a post from Cubana chief priest. He said, "President at official Asiwaju, but as long as MNK remains in jail, you cannot and will never get up to 10,000 votes in the Southeast come 2027. I will not lie to you, Papa. As a friend of government, I have no reason to whitewash you. MNK is the supreme leader of the Southeast." Very correct. "His detention has caused us so much setback. And I am so surprised that all your useless ministers from Southeast can't even tell you the truth because they are all cowards." Socialite Cubana chief priest issued a stark warning to President Bola Tinubu, insisting that the administration risks losing significant electoral support in the Southeast if Nnamdi Kanu remains in detention. Alright, and we also saw a tweet as well from Abaribe. He said, "Nnamdi Kanu's life sentence shows justice not for Southeast Abaribe. It shows that this justice and And the update said, former Senate Minority Leader Enyen Naya Abaribe on Thursday faulted the federal government over the life sentence slammed on indigenous people of Biafra leader Nnamdi Kanu, saying the outcome was long anticipated, giving earlier signals from the authorities. Okay, this was from Abaribe. And then we saw this one from this other Nollywood actor about Prince Eke, alleges that Nnamdi Kanu's life sentence is a political strategy and claims his possible release in 2027 could be used to appeal to Igbo voters. Alright, he was actually saying here that when he came at 2027, to me, from the onset, I was thinking that maybe they just wanted, you know, now their aim have been achieved to actually jail Nnamdi Kanu. End their court case. This was their aim, and they achieved it because the southeastern elites, politicians, are all dancing to their tune. They can't speak out. So this was actually what Prince Eke said in this particular post, that in 2027 likely they might say, oh yeah, Nnamdi Kanu go, okay, we are watching, fingers crossed. Alright, can play zero on this particular video from one of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu legal team, Barrister Nnamdi Kanu, na this particular video. Share your thoughts and your opinion, and do well to share the video. Candles always right with fear. We will not stop hashtag free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Do not stop. Continue writing it. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu now. Enjoy the rest of the videos. I will be right back.
Good evening, all lovers of freedom. My name is Nnamdi Jofo. I'm one of the lawyers to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, we had what we call travesty of justice. Today, freedom was slaughtered on the altar of justice. Today, we cry, we mourn. Not because we lost, but because we strongly believe that justice was not done in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Now, in the course of reading the judgment by His Lordship, Honorable Justice James Omotosho, several things came to mind. One of the substantial things that came to mind was the fact that Honorable Justice James Omotosho gave judgment convicting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the basis of the evidence of people who were not present, who did not participate in the entire scenario that led to this case. For instance, all the witnesses that appeared before him were State Security Service operatives who were not present at events. They claim, for instance, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's broadcast caused destruction of properties in the southeast, caused the killings of people, the killing of somebody like Ahmed Gulak. Now the question is this: how was it possible that His Lordship can come to such conclusion when no single person was arrested for any of the destructions in the southeast? How can my Lord come to such conclusion when no single person was presented before him as somebody who participated in the killing of Gulak? For all we know, those who killed Gulak may have killed Gulak for their own personal reasons. But the DSS, in their evidence, claimed that the doctor who wrote the autopsy said Gulak was killed by IPOB. And the doctor was not called to give evidence. And these are police doctors. In other words, they are doctors of the prosecution. They are doctors who came who work with the prosecutor. So such doctors or such reports cannot be said to be without bias. What we expected was for them to have brought the person who conducted the autopsy, the person who wrote the medical report, to say, yes, I wrote the medical report. Then we can cross-examine him on the basis of the reports he wrote. We cannot ask him, how did you know that this man was killed by IPOB members? There was no human being who was present at the killing, even though those who were present at the killing are alive. Even though the Nigerian police and the SSS took statements from them, they did not present them to court to testify as to what they actually saw. Rather, we had DSS officers who claimed that they investigated the incident. And when we requested for the investigation report, they could not present one single investigation report. So you see that all these stories are concocted stories. All these stories are hearsay stories. And unfortunately, His Lordship relied on them to find conviction against the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and awarded a life imprisonment. That is so ridiculous because justice is supposed to be seen to be done. You do not do justice like as if you are in Nollywood. Justice must not only be done, but it must be seen, so that the ordinary man on the street can look at it and say, yes, this is indeed just. But in this case, the ordinary man in the street is flabbergasted, overwhelmed, surprised, shocked, rudely shocked by the fact that you could bring in witnesses. You could bring in witnesses who were not at the scene of event and still, with their testimony, with their hearsay testimonies, convict a man. And Another thing, they claim Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made broadcast, and it was the broadcast that caused this issue. That broadcast, did my Lord ask where those broadcasts were made? Was there any evidence as to the origin or where the broadcasts were made? The broadcasts in question were made in London. You arrest a man for making a broadcast in London, even though in London such broadcasts are not offenses. In Nigerian law, we have what we call the double jeopardy law, whereby if you want to try me on an offense that I committed outside the shores of this country, such offenses, double criminality, such offenses must also be a crime in the country where I am alleged to have committed them. If, for instance, in London broadcast is legal, and I make my broadcast in London, which is legal, why would I be convicted in Nigeria for what I did in a country where it is legal? So that's the point. There are so many questions that his lordship, the Somotosho, failed to answer and failed to extract from the prosecution. I don't want to say that he was railroaded into delivering such judgment. I don't want to use such words. I respect the court. I cannot use such words. But I must say that such judgment tastes bad to the senses and to the mouth. And it is my prayer that when we approach the Court of Appeal, we will find substantial justice, not technical justice like we had at the Federal High Court. So all of us of freedom, relax. We are strongly going to battle this at the Court of Appeal, and I can assure you that in the Court of Appeal there is hope. There will be substantial justice. We will get back our rights. We will make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's rights are well protected. And I believe that, they say 3 heads are better than 1. I want to show you just 1 head. In the Court of Appeal, we have 3 justices. So 3 will always be better than 1. And I can assure you that the justices will meet, by the grace of God, will be better than what we had at the Federal High Court. So all of us of freedom in Biafra land, remain calm, remain coordinated, remain focused. Don't remove your eyes from the ball. Let your eyes be on the ball. We are going to where we are going. And like I always say, this is Surugere dance, the dance of the spirit. It's in the heart. Thank you.